So Twisters is a solid sequel, and all the great things that we love about the first one are in this movie. Everything from the romantic angles to the absolute destroying destruction and chaos from the tornadoes. That can't be said about every great return sequel, as I'm looking at you, Indiana Jones' Dial of Destiny. That is 2 hours of my fucking life that I will never get back.
I should have retired you when I had the chance.
With Twisters, I think they managed to build such a great suspenseful dramatic movie that we didn't really expect before walking in. And the reason why I say we didn't expect that is because our expectations were quite low, because Twister, the original, is such a great movie about that disaster stuff, and to me, to even come close to that was always going to be difficult. And I think in this movie they managed to come quite close with a modern effect, and they made it modernised, but it didn't feel overuse of CGI. It didn't really feel too much of a dramatic thing. It just worked because of the balance between what they did in the original film of the chaos, the destruction, and the love and character development which grows the film. And that is seen through the eyes of Kate, which is a storm chaser and a tornado chaser that chases it for data to be able to kill tornadoes, which is something that we haven't yet seen in any tornado movie, as far as I'm aware, is trying to use data to be able to kill tornadoes themselves. Because in the first one, if you remember and you cast your minds back, they're not trying to kill the tornadoes. They're trying to collect data to be able to warn towns and warn cities quicker and to get quicker response times so that people can be evacuated quicker, and the data would be used in a positive effect, not to kill the tornado, but to use that data to be able to get people to safety a lot quicker than they were. This film was a little bit different. You've got one team at the start of the film trying to kill off a tornado, in which fails badly and gets most of the team killed, apart from 2 surviving people. And then Kate goes into a lot of trauma and feeling bad for what she did, and that's why she left that game and took 5 years off working in an office. And it's only until Xavi, one of her former team members, gets her back involved and says, come on, now's the time to get back into the game and time to give us experience into help to killing these tornadoes. That's what you wanted to do, and we found a way that we can do that. And I think that was such a great idea, because that really guides the entirety of the film, of saying that they're trying to kill tornadoes rather than just evacuating people like we saw in the first one. It made a cause for bringing the franchise back. And unlike the other franchises that we've seen returning in the past few years, like we mentioned, Indiana Jones, I think this one doesn't rely too much on nostalgia, because it's a completely different team and a completely different format to what we've seen in other films, and it has a completely different cast but still works. And I think this is one of the franchises where you can change the cast and it work in a positive light, because you're just studying tornadoes. You don't really need to follow one. It would have been nice if they had a lot more callbacks to the original. I think the idea of competition was solid, as I thought that the idea of having 2 opposing teams going after the same objective, but they didn't have the same objective. That's what the movie leans into at the start. Storm Powell looked like the proper team. They looked like the ones with the money, the experience, the PhDs, the people that know what they're doing on the face of things. And then you've also got the Tornado Wranglers, in which look like YouTube amateurs trying to get money out of their YouTube, trying to create views and clicks rather than doing anything positive for people living in that environment, whereas they could not be the more opposite people going. As when Kate finds out who the team is that she's working for in Storm Powell and what they're doing with the data, she suddenly changes her mind to go with the Tornado Wranglers, as the Tornado Wranglers actually did positive stuff, as it looked like they were selling merchandise for their own pockets and their own money, and to help grow like their business and their YouTube channel. But where all the money was going was to the families to buy food, to get shelter, to keep warm and things like that. And she didn't realize that's what positive impact the Tornado Wranglers were having on the community. And after she saw that, she joined their group. And I'm not surprised, because when she finds out that Storm Powell was just in it for the money, and obviously she was all about the people and all about the care of people, and she does this job to help people, and she wants to kill tornadoes to stop people from being killed and gaining injuries and houses being destroyed and lives ruined, and she wanted to stop that. And that for me was the best part of the film, that switch around where you thought you knew it all and you as the audience thought, yeah, this is the good side, that's the bad side. In fact, we were looking at it the wrong way, that's the good side, that's the bad side. And I think that was a great venture and a great little plot line to go down because it made the movie more interesting. Linking into what we've just been talking about, I think that the best thing about this movie is Tyler and Kate's relationship. From the start of the film where they hated each other, there was a bit of jealousy between the two, to then being friends and to then being in love with each other. And I think it was also great seeing how those two worked on the project and worked hand in hand after getting on the same page, after being separated for all that time, and then coming together on the same page, two big brains, to come up with the idea of killing a tornado and to go back to the stuff that got most of her team killed in the first place. And that's why she was so hesitant to get back into this, because she basically has this stuck in her head, this trauma of the bad things that happened to her team, and she blames herself for that. And then now looking at the situation, she now can work with Tyler to get this fixed and whatever. And it does take till the end of the film to do that, but it's such a great journey that you go along with Tyler and Kate, being so separate, then coming closer and closer together, till they're on the same team, until they trust each other, to the point where they can help people and they can try making a tornado killer. On the ending, I thought that was fantastic. When all hope looked lost for that little community that they'd landed in, and when they went, you know what, we're going to help people because there's a big tornado on the way and we really need to help out here. And what they did, they helped usher people into a cinema, and they helped usher people away from the streets. But then they realised the tornado was absolutely ripping through the walls, and Kate made an executive decision to jump back in the car and to try to kill this tornado with the new mixture that they'd concocted, and to see if she could actually release this into the tornado to kill it once and for all. After 2 or 3 attempts throughout the film, the first one got most of her people killed. Second time didn't work as planned, and they had to hurry in to try to save themselves and the rest of it, and try to get away from the storm. But now the final time that she tries it, absolutely nails it and manages to work, and you get this whole relief moment of the suspense, the thrill, because it looks like she's going to be killed by the storm, and the people that she's wanting to go back to, like Tyler, and when Javi moves teams as well towards the end of the film, you're feeling this suspense building and you're not knowing which way it's going to go. And then that's where I think we expected when we got there then that the storm was going to be killed, and then they had a breakthrough moment of how to kill a storm. And I think that was a fantastic ending for the movie. Before we jump back into this video, guys, please do us a massive favour and smash that subscribe button, because you do not want to miss a thing this week, next week, and the week after, because we've got tons and tons of content planned for you guys, and you can do us a massive favour by smashing that subscribe button, joining the community, getting updates to all the latest videos, from the YouTube shorts to the actual videos. It is well worth it, completely free, and you will not regret it. So to summarise Twisters, then, for me, I think this is a great film and a 7.1 out of 10. Let us know your thoughts on this down in the comments down below. Good, bad, terrible, amazing. Let us know all that jazz down those comments down below. And if you're still into 2024 movie reviews, check out our review on Ghostbusters Frozen Empire right now.